Alright, so this is the BowTech Solution SS. Today I have the opportunity to shoot a 60 pound as opposed to 70 pound limb. So I'm going to be shooting a 300 grain arrow for 5 grains per pound to see what kind of ATA speed we have, or IBO speed we have. Some things I noticed on the BowTech this year, there's two little weights that also flex to help absorb shock and vibration. They're on the bottom left-hand side of the bow for a right-handed bow. I imagine it's to help offset the weight of your rest and your sight, to help balance the bow on its own. The limbs, we have the same configuration that they've been using the last couple of years. They're a little more robust looking than in the past when they had limb problems. They're continuing with the technology where you can actually move the cam just by turning the screw to help tune the bow. Their cables do cross over, so the cable on the top left crosses over to the bottom right. There are cable stops on this bow. I did draw it back just a second ago, and one thing I did notice is there's a little more give in the back wall than in the past with BowTechs. Maybe it's due to the new cable system, the way they're designing it. I'll just draw it back for you here. So this on the comfort setting, there's a little bit of give there, and it stays on the back wall very well. It's probably about an 85% let off on this one. Let's go ahead and take a shot or two with this to see what kind of speed it's producing. I also want to mention that the grip feels extremely comfortable in my hand. I do like the way the grip feels. So when the BowTech goes off, just as it has been in recent years, there's really no hand shock, dead in the hand, it doesn't go anywhere, has a very good feel to it. Now I shot it today on the comfort setting. It does still utilize the flip disc technology. I won't be able to do the performance setting today, but in the past when I've done performance and comfort setting, the performance has a little bit more of a radical feel. It is usually a little bit faster, something around 6 to 10 feet per second faster depending on the year of the bow, but I would imagine we're shooting at 310 feet per second on comfort. We're probably going to be hitting speeds of around roughly 317, 318 feet per second if we were on the performance, which is not terribly fast. Again, this is a 60 pound limb though. I don't know what the difference would be if we were shooting a 70 pound limb with a 350 grain arrow, but it is a nice bow overall. I do encourage you to check one out. They have them right here at Palo Outdoors. Big shout out to Palo Outdoors for letting me come today. They got a little, I'm just looking at this, there's a little vibration absorber set up right on the roller bar here, the flex arm of it. And so very interesting. Again, check it out. Let's go back though to my home office to go over the data before we close this video. I don't know, I just have a hard time of people taking me seriously when I'm wearing a mask to do a bow review. And I don't know how to recover that, it's just, I guess I'll just go over the data. So here's my little data sheet. It's the BowTech Solution SS. Brace height was 7.5 inches. ATA was 30 inches. Draw length 30 inches. Draw weight, I peaked out at about 59 pounds. I did 2 shots. If you look at the arrow weight here, it's 300 feet per second. Yeah, excuse me, arrow weight is 300 grains. My speed was 310 feet per second for 2 shots. When you're averaging out of 3, being that these two are both right at 310, I'd say that's good enough. You got your noise. I see I didn't put on the chart here, the firmness. It was, it had a little bit of give to the back wall. Wasn't bad. Stayed on the back wall pretty well. Here's a draw force curve. Goes up real steep and then kind of slowly tapers off after you hit that peak weight, and you're hitting that peak weight pretty early, about 13, actually 14 inches. I'm looking over at the right hand side. So when you hit 14 inches, you're jumping up to just about your peak weight. 14, 15, 16, you're there, and then you start to drop down. Again, real dead in the hand feel. These are nice bows. BowTech has just been making nice bows for many years, and you know, now that they've got a more robust looking limb, I think that gives confidence to people. I would really love to have some time to play around with the tuning on one of these. I haven't had that opportunity, so in theory, the concept they have of being able to shim the cam just by turning the screw is great. But I haven't had a chance to really test it out to see. I did really like this style and the Elite technology, the set technology that came out with last year, where it actually pivots the whole limb pocket for tuning, and it does give you a good paper tear with the Elite. But when I went to tune for fixed blade broadheads, I couldn't actually get them to tune and fly like field points. Without, and I didn't want to mess around with it too extensively, so I just changed the sight, you know, moved the whole sight pin a little bit. But in the past, like I shot at Matthews the year before that, and I was able to get that to tune perfectly, the broadheads with the field points. The year before that, I was shooting a BowTech, and that was the BowTech Range 7. I was able to get the broadheads to tune. Actually, no, I shot expandables that year. The year before that, I shot Expedition, and I was able to get fixed blade broadheads to tune with that. So, so it is possible. There are bows that you can do it with, and I just wasn't really getting that kind of flight with the Elite. And so with this, the BowTech, I don't know, you know, and I wish they would let me do some tinkering with it, but it is what it is. So thank you for tuning into this video. I've got another couple bow review videos coming up real soon, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching my videos. Until next time, take care and God bless.